So, but yeah,
Are you excited for the first podcast, Mr. Dearman?
I'm excited for our first podcast, yes, because I think we have a really cool brand that we're about to introduce to the people. It's called UnderDawg, and it's all about everyone's life stories on how their journey is to be great, you know?
And these stories are to help the younger generation or anyone out there who's feeling that they can't accomplish something, whether it's a job, sports, or whatever it has to be, that everyone's an underdog. And if you have the mentality, you can get through it, you can get through it.
Adversity makes us stronger, you know? We all have mountains to climb, but as soon as you climb those mountains, get to the top, it's worth the whole journey. You know, so welcome to the podcast. We are Christian, Mr. Electrik Dearman,
And I'm Matt, the Monster, Malatesta.
and let's get rolling.
Cool. That was a good
Yeah,
job,
that was
man.
about it. Yeah. So welcome, guys. But so let's talk. Let's tell them about it. Underdog. You know, what makes you an underdog, Matt Malatesta?
I think being an underdog comes from past experiences as well as who you grow up and surround yourself with. Um, if you have a lot of people who are willing to fight for you and push through a certain adversity, I think you can, become an underdog and mentally, naturally. For me, I was cut in high school and in college, and I was an outfielder my whole life, and I decided to be a pitcher. And just keeping that mental switch of, hey, this might not work for you, doesn't mean you should fail. Just means you should open up your options and try to keep growing. So I became a pitcher and extended my pitching career for 7 years, 8 years after that.
Wow.
So got to play some professional ball, and that's where I met awesome Mr. Electrik, Christian Dearman.
Yep. I had the honor of being Matt Malatesta's roommate last year, and it was a grind. Let me tell you, we were traveling a little bit of a distance to get to the field, but it was worth it every time
Absolutely.
because we're getting better, you know, traveling the world on this banana ball journey that we've had. And it's really just a big underdog story, the whole banana organization as well, and our whole process through it that we'll definitely get to another time. But right now, let's focus on our lives. You know, we've both been through those challenges. You know, going through baseball, it's a game of failure. It's a game of constant growth. What has been your biggest challenge in baseball?
It's got to be showing up to the field every day with a good mentality. That's something for years that it's taken me years and years to grow up and realize that, I was that kid in middle school who had to never play, but I was there every day on time, did the right little things. And as I became a pitcher, you kind of almost have to have this mentality of you could always go in. You don't know when your chance to shine is. So always staying ready has definitely been something that's helped me change my game and become an underdog versus the people who aren't ready, who rely on talent. I think at the end of the day, hard work and preparation beats talent every day.
You gotta stay ready so you don't gotta get ready.
You got to stay ready.
I
And
like that.
Mr. Electrik, you have an awesome story that we will get to in one of our future podcasts. But
Yes.
what
yes.
makes you an underdog if you touch on it a little bit?
You know, one of my favorite quotes in life is the greatest pleasure is doing what others say you can't do. And it feels like my whole life I've had to have these challenges, face these challenges where whether it's losing my arm, whether it's being cut from a team, whether it's being told I'm not good enough, not enough talent, I've overcame these obstacles just with a mentality of like, dude, I'll show you how great I am. That's Muhammad Ali right there. Had to bring out the greatest. But I think that's what really makes me an underdog is I've never been the most talented. I've never thrown the hardest. I have never been the strongest. And none of that matters, you know, because what I believe matters is how much heart you got, how much passion you have for it. And through those two things, I mean, David took down Goliath, you know.
Absolutely.
That was the ultimate underdog right there. So thinking about just that story and thinking what I have to go through is nothing in the game. But it's a challenge that I am strong enough to overcome, and that's what, even though people count me out, still coming full force, so train never leaves the tracks.
And you grew up in the Speed State. He is from Miami, Florida. So if anyone knows about Florida's, they do have the best sports in all the 50 states, next to Texas.
Hey, Philly's pretty good too, man.
Yeah,
Philly's pretty good.
We can't play baseball in the winter. We're usually shoveling. So this guy is coming from the land of grinders, and he's made it all the way to a professional baseball career. And you're going on your 6th year in the organization, 7th.
This will be coming up my 7th year in the Bananas
Wow,
organization. Whee!
that's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's great. I really love it, because I love it because of the platform that we have, because we give back to the community so much.
Absolutely.
Because, dude, me and you, all we want is to be role models for the next generation, and being able to show these kids that, hey, there's a cool way to play baseball, but also a better way to be a good person.
Absolutely.
And I think them seeing us taking time out of our day to engage with them and just know about their life and get to know them personally and just be invested and be there, even if it's just to listen to maybe something that someone's going through. Be that by that just shows that you care, and it shows that the world can be better together.
I absolutely agree, and it's interesting the opportunities that present themselves when we are in Banana Bowl. We've all had simple examples, but it's as simple as someone saying something to you on the street that they're going to the game, and next thing you know, you're having a catch with them pregame. But just that little action of, Dearman was getting coffee and bumped into 11-year-old Connor to play baseball on the field. He's going to have one of the best weeks, if not years, of his life, just to brag to his friends that I was on that field and I had a catch with this guy. And some kids will never get the opportunity to do that. So we really try to make the best we can with the situations we have and still currently have to put a better future out there for the kids and make them feel that this is attainable, right?
Yeah, man. Because, everyone has dreams. Everyone has goals. Everyone wants to be successful. But you're not going to do that by just staying still.
No.
And not going after these things.
No.
And I feel like both of us has had this passion of wanting to achieve success despite what people have told us. And it's really powerful, and it's an energy that we should spread to the world. And that's what we want to do with UnderDawg, is just to be able to spread this kind of power and positivity and mental toughness.
Absolutely.
You
got to love the grind. You got to love the grind, and it's an awesome place to feel that you're outworking your teammates and you can kind of get to that next step. And
What's that quote by Derek Jeter?
You stumped me.
No, you know it. It's they may be more talented than me, but they'll never work harder than me.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. But I don't know if that's how he says it, but we'll have to get a fact checked on that one right there. But yeah.
Cool.